I recently didn't get signed up for a large scale gig because they wanted foreigners, not Indian artists. I wasn't quite sure if the Indian in me should worry about being Indian or the international in me should worry that being brought up everywhere hardly matters in comparison to the foreigner complexion tag. So here's me. I was born in Sudan, brought up in Germany, Seychelles, India, Qatar, Switzerland, Venezuela, and South Korea with the identity of an Indian. I chose to make a career here in India and have been here for over a decade, but really don't feel like I belong to any one of these places. Being the daughter of a father who worked in the Indian embassy, I have a certain Indian instilled in me over time, only not displayed in a very obvious way. Here in India, my identity changed over the years. Miss Venezuela, the girl with the accent, what state, which city, what religion, oh, from abroad, but where? I ended up feeling more Indian abroad than here in India. And as an Indian hula hoop artist, being rejected in your own country, which you have been representing in all other countries, makes me introspect. I may not be a foreigner, but I was called international in all these other countries. This recent rejection and many more rejections on this basis makes me wonder what foundation of bias the entertainment industry functions on. A flow artist that works on their skill could be from anywhere, right? What is this distinction that is made? I do wonder, because don't we all belong to the same planet? Is there a difference? Does it all really matter? Interesting that everyone, no matter what country you belong to or where you live, has the same entry and exit as each other. We are here for such a short span of time and distinguished till the very end. Why? If planet Earth is home to all of us, then how long till we realize we could be from anywhere and continue to do what we do and not be discriminated on basis of nationality or complexion or the infinite other grounds we separate ourselves on? This was what I wrote from my heart 4 years ago after having seen much of what I needed to see as a hula hoop artist in India. It was my father's effort to have had no shoes, hardly any food, but to not allow that to keep him from working hard to make it possible to bag a reputed job, which in turn helped me see the world growing up. It was my mother's effort to have left a reputable job to raise me. Cooking is not less noble, if anything, it's only more. Nobody could function without a morsel. Regardless of my upbringing, I never took what I had for granted, but always knew I had to work hard in any field I chose, whether design, dance, acro yoga, aerial, hoop. As an independent, battling homesickness on all levels as I carved my own path, knowing nothing and nobody, I always wanted to prove that not only my father's job can land internationally. I kept working hard till time made it possible for me to travel to Colombia, Egypt, Russia, China because of my hard work, skill, talent and effort, and because someone believed in it at the time. Just a matter of time, I left all of that to prioritize basic cooking. It wasn't less noble a job than that of an independent, hard-working hula hoop artist, but ambitions can teach you more than you were ever prepared for. Life lessons. To have experienced being cut out of Indian talent shows time and again, or later than being told I took the limelight when I did bag some after effort for a decade, I've had the courage to step away from all the dreams and ambitions that I aspired to for many years. That international recognition you get as an artist sitting right here in India can be taken away from you overnight, and even your own country may fail to understand your efforts, work, intentions, dreams, goals, visions. Entire social media pages can cease to exist overnight and the world will go on. That is the truth. There was a generation that had nothing and worked from scratch to end up having everything. Having grown up in everything, I have slowly aspired to go towards having nothing. And today, as I continue this rant from 2019, I can say I'm proud of having once given it a shot and believing that I could make my share of rent with just performing with hoops for 2 long years till 2020, when the Pandora's box opened and it became difficult to just even survive. Not everyone wants to survive on father or husband money. Some try to make their own, but wow. If you choose hula hooping as a means to, you gotta come take some advice from me on how to cut down to such a minimal space that you actually require close to nothing. A hula hoop artist may sound like a very fancy dream. It's not one bit. And nobody will know what it took you to have once taken up all the work and fought in every aspect: song, stage, collaborations, worth, everything you could possibly, alone. I'm surprised where I even got the courage to have dared taken that path. And people may never know of the work I passed on to everyone else because I no longer wanted to take the limelight and only share a little bit with kids for a basic living now. 4 years and not a single show performed, and I promised the flight I took in 2019 was the last, and I'll be here in India forever while also not being an extra cause for more pain on this planet. Rather, allow my journey and experiences of the past to help me navigate forward as an Indian, a third culture kid, a human, an artist, whatever label you may like to give. And can only hope that what I share from my brief existence and understanding as it continually evolves helps you when you choose to pick up hoops as your weapon and work hard, headstrong into your limelight, which you very much deserve, even if it may look and be very, very different from my journey. Every Indian deserves it, every human, every artist, every earthling deserves it. Take the baton and march on. All the dreams I once dreamt are manifesting through everyone. What a collective success it must be, even if clouded by ashes of failure of all sorts. Hopefully, there'll be a day we all hear each other's journeys, at least that beyond our own assumptions, and understand why our ambitions were once so important to our being, and the lack of it the only possible way to repent for having accidentally once taken space. Now, just being is success for me, to just be and watch it unfold. I still dream, the dreams have changed. Change is the only constant, and I'm glad for all the lessons that came to me through people, through events, through time itself. March on and shine your light. Don't think you're any less because you're an Indian artist. Don't give anyone the space to make you feel like you're less than what you actually deserved. Money is man-made after all. You're worth a lot more than what you fight for to survive with grace here. Power to anyone who happened to hear this still here.